Hi dolls, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Naledi and thank you for joining us on today's video. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back and thank you so much for the love. Please do not forget to like, to comment and to subscribe to my channel. Today's video is going to be a frontal install video using GOT2B product. I'm going to be using the blasting freeze spray and the gel. This is going to be a super easy followable install that is suitable for beginners. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. The first step is going to be you wiping down the area that you're going to be working with, that is your hairline. You're going to be using a cotton bud and some alcohol to clean this area, just to make sure that there's no oils or any impurities that will disturb your install or your glue. And then you're going to take your wig and put it where you think you want to install it, taking a brown eyebrow pencil or lip pencil to make small markings as into where you're going to be putting your glue, so that you don't have excess glue in the end. So I'm going to be first starting with the GOT2B gel, and I'm going to be putting it on the area where I did the markings and a little bit further into my hairline. I'm going to do 2 layers of this. I'm going to do the first one, let it half dry, and then put the second layer of the gel. And I'm going to be using my finger to do this, or to apply the glue. So I'm going to wait for the second layer of the gel to be half dry as well before I start going in with my GOT2B blasting freeze spray. And I'm going to do 2 or 3 layers of this. A minute or 2 after the last layer of the blasting freeze spray, I'm going to start putting my lace on the glue area, and I'm going to hold it down a bit just to make sure that it is sticking or glued down. If you do have a hair dryer, you can use it for this process. Just take your lace, put it on your glue area and use cool air to make sure that it dries. I personally didn't have a hair dryer, or I was sitting too far away from the plug. That is why I just let it air dry and I held it down. The next step is just going to be making sure that you push the small hairs away from the glue, just to make sure that you have a seamless install. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to be pushing the small hairs back and just making sure that the install looks neat and doesn't have any hairs on the glue that are not supposed to be on the glue. So this is how the install looks so far. I am gonna go in with another layer of the GOT2B blasting freeze spray on top of the lace, just to make sure that it is further melted into my skin. going to be taking a cotton bud and some alcohol just to clean the excess glue around the lace that I do have. I'm going to be taking some mousse just to comb back the hair again. So this is a mistake that I did. I put on the elastic band before the glue or the mousse was completely dry, but you're gonna wait for your mousse or your glue to dry completely before you put on your elastic band to lay on your lace or to lay it down. And I'm gonna leave it on for about 10-15 minutes. And then I'm gonna start working on the curls or the hair while I wait for the lace to get laid. And firstly, I'm gonna use a mixture of water and conditioner just to make the curls pop. And then I'm gonna use some leave-in conditioner and some mousse. You will see that as it goes, but that is all the product that I put on the hair. So I decided to go with a middle part for my styling. That is what I am doing here. I'm also going to be using a small concealer brush and a concealer that is almost my skin tone, just a little bit lighter to make sure that the parting is clear and it's showing. So my next step is going to be using some wet stick, and I'm going to be using this in the middle and the front of my wig. And I did say that I was not sitting next to a plug, so I am going to be hot combing this later. Next, I'm going to be removing my elastic band that I used to lay my lace, and you are going to see that it was sticking a bit to the lace and did leave some white cast, and that is because I put on the lace melt before the mousse or the glue was completely dry. So don't do that mistake. Make sure that your glue or your mousse is dry before you put on your elastic band. But to fix the white cast, I am going to be using one last layer of the GOT2B glue that I'm going to be letting air dry. That is what I am currently doing right here, and you can see that the moment I put on the glue, the white cast sort of disappears. And I'm going to do that all over the front of the lace. Next, I'm going to be using a red tail tooth comb and my L'Oreal Magic Retouch Instant Root Concealer Spray just to further enhance the parting. So we finally done with our install, and this is what it looks like. It was actually a beautiful and seamless install that even a beginner can get through, because this was a basic step-by-step that you can follow. So that is what our final install looks like. Absolutely loved the outcome and the final product. And that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please do not forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe.